is allowed to operate at full capacity from May the 7th. Health Ministry and UNICEF launch campaigns on spreading kindness. Ho Chi Minh City proposes investment in Ben Thanh-Tan Kien Metro Line. Hello and welcome to FBNC News with latest updates from Viet Nam. I'm Yến Trần. The Civil Aviation Administration of Vietnam has notified Vietnamese airlines that seat distancing and restrictions on passenger numbers are to be abolished from midnight May the 7th. Restrictions on the number of flights between Hanoi, Ho Chi Minh City and Da Nang will also be removed. It also asks for the medical quarantining of flight crews on international flights. Vietnam hasn't recorded any new COVID-19 infections in the community for 21 straight days. The number of confirmed cases still stands at 271. So far, 86% of patients have recovered from the disease. The Ministry of Health and UNICEF Vietnam launched a media campaign entitled Kindness is Contagious or Lòng tốt dễ lây on May the 6th to build solidarity and spread kindness among young Vietnamese during and after the COVID-19 pandemic.
The month-long Kindness is Contagious or Lòng tốt dễ lây campaign will encourage people to share their artwork and videos and voice their ideas on social media platforms. One of the main activities will be discussions between policymakers, social media influencers, and young people. In this campaign, young people will play a key role in battling COVID-19 and help kindness spread faster and further. The World Health Organization, UNESCO, TikTok Vietnam, and young artists such as singer Min, rapper Suboy, illustrator Tham Yu, fashionista Châu Bùi, actress Ninh Dương Lan Ngọc, and the Nhã Nam Publishing House will also join the campaign.
The Ho Chi Minh City People's Committee has proposed to the Ministry of Planning and Investment to consider investment in Ben Thanh-Tan Kien No. 3A Metro Line project. The proposal should be submitted to the Prime Minister for an earlier approval. Metro Line number 38 is an important link to the information and construction of the city's passenger transport network, according to the city's Urban Railways Management Board. Once completed, the project would be directly linked with Metro Line number 1, creating a public transport corridor connecting the northeast and southeast of the city. According to research conducted by the Japan International Cooperation Agency, the Metro Line has a total length of nearly 20 kilometers with an estimated investment of $2.9 million. The project is expected to be built in 2 phases, from 2025 to 2031 and from 2028 to 2034. Vietnam takes the 4th position in the Access to Electricity Index in 2019 in the Association of Southeast Asian Nations with 82.2 points. The index was up 0.3 points compared to 2018 and ranked 27th out of 190 countries and economies.
The Access to Electricity Index is based on the criteria including procedure, time and cost to connect to the grid, reliability of electricity supply, and transparency of electricity price. This is the 5th consecutive year the ranking of Vietnam has improved thanks to the continuous renewal process and comprehensive solutions in electricity access. It jumped 129 positions from 156th to 27th in the period. The continuous improvement of the index has affirmed efforts of Vietnam in bringing better quality and services in power supply. However, the cost to connect to the grid in Vietnam is still high due to the low income per capita. The reliability of electricity supply and transparency of electricity price was similar to the Organizations for Economic Cooperation and Development member countries and higher than the Asia-Pacific region. The MOIT is building procedures to submit to the Prime Minister for the promulgation of electricity supply mechanisms to further improve the index.
Construction on the country's largest data center owned by FPT Telecom officially started at the High-Tech Park in Ho Chi Minh City on May the 4th. The data center covers an area of 10,000 square meters and is expected to be completed by the first quarter next year.
FPT Telecom expects that once completed, this data center will provide large and high-tech data storage infrastructure with high security level to thousands of domestic and foreign enterprises in the country. Digital transformation has been occurring not only in Vietnam but also around the world. The need to bring systems and applications onto the cloud is rising, said Hoàng Nam Tiến, chairman of FPT Telecom. A strong cloud platform is the basic infrastructure for digital transformation of businesses and economies. The scale of the Vietnamese cloud industry is forecasted to increase from $165 million in 2018 to $295 million by 2024.
Google Maps has removed false information about Phú Lâm Beach in Vietnam's south-central coastal province of Phú Yên, according to a local official. At a press meeting on May 6, Deputy Chief of Phú Yên People's Committee's office, Võ Ngọc Châu, said after being requested, Google Maps has deleted the display of wrongful information about Phú Lâm Beach. The misinformation, which said Phú Lâm Golden Sandy South China Sea Beach, was reported by some press agencies on April 17th. After clarifying, the issues was timely handled by the Ministry of Information and Communications and Google Maps. Museums in Vietnam will hold various activities to celebrate International Museum Day on May the 18th, according to a document recently issued by the Department of Cultural Heritage.
This year, the International Council of Museums chose the theme Museums for Equality, Diversity and Inclusion to honor the diversity of the museums and their staffs. With this theme, ICOM encourages museums worldwide to collaborate to create a common connection between the future and tradition. At the same time, ICOM also encourages museums to introduce their activities to the public. During the pandemic and social distancing period, ICOM has also provided guidance to museums to promote the creativity and value of the collections by utilizing social media as diversifying ways of introducing artifacts on the internet, building contents for their social networks, sharing beautiful photos of the artifacts or collections of special values, and launching programs of introducing cultural heritage on television and radio. Based on the orientation of ICOM, museums in Vietnam will coordinate to conduct a number of activities to introduce the collections via short films, articles, and 3D graphic images. Established by ICOM since 1977, International Museum Day has been held yearly to increase public awareness of the role of museums in the development of society, and it has been steadily gaining momentum ever since. Last year, over 40,000 museums held special events in some 150 countries and territories with the support of 78 ministries of culture around the world.
And that's FBNC News for today. Thanks for joining me. Until next time, goodbye.